What is it? And let's take let's because it's the faith that I come from. Let's take Christianity.
All right, go.
Right now, you could be caught between the two fathers in your faith. You could have a harsh, punitive God that says if you do not live up to certain things, then you are
Right.
in hell. You are at hell or worse in a late capitalist society. You will not be given the riches. Other people will get nice things because you aren't following along, and it's this. Or you could follow the ego ideal element, and you could say, well, part of what drives me is the image of Christ, saying to these men who are about to stone to death a woman who had committed adultery, saying, okay, the first person with a straw who hasn't sinned, you throw that rock. And then he says to her, go and sin no more.
There you go.
Right? That is very different.
Two different, very different.
One of those
opposites.
allows for the capacity to relate to yourself and to the world in a way that could be transformative. One of those, I think, has the potential to be very problematic. So the goal might be, to stop, give yourself a list of who do you admire, who are the stars in your sky that light your way, that you that you use to navigate the world with. When you look up and if you can name them, then you may have some idea of what your value system is. You may also be able to catch where you may be falling short of the folks that you admire. Because to be driven by fear and shame is the opposite of admiration. Admiration grows, lifts up. So my thought would be just to ask, if any of the two people that watch this, to ask yourself,
2000.
Okay, 2000, and watch this. The goal would be, how do you stop and just simply ask yourself, who do I admire? When I look up, who do I see? Who lights my way? And if you can ask yourself this question, you may be able to have a better understanding to sort of liberate this in a way that could better guide you. It may give you an idea it could generate the potential for some self-compassion, because the other side of the two dads we're talking about, one of them does not generate compassion. Right? One of them is, again, it's the zombification. It is a place of intensity, and it's never ending. And the other has the potential to be transformative. So I think if we can assess who we admire, as be it somebody on TV, in a book, in a movie, a family member, all of us have more than one or two stars in our skies. Just ask yourself, look up, who are those folks? Can I give them a name? And that could begin the possibility of being able to own these in some ways that maybe you haven't before.
Yeah, and maybe I like that, and maybe explore a little bit about why and how you connected to that and what you believe, and we get back to earlier when you said nobody's ever that ego, we all have difficulties in there. We got to sort of accept our downside in that, so the heroes may have a downside as well. And get away from this all or nothing, win or lose scenario. The world's much more complex. But I had a question, and I really thought that this particular character in the movie was fantastic. It made the movie, and I don't know all the things that you just said. I didn't hear much of it, but all I was thinking about was crypto, and finally I've got a movie of somebody who you asked who we admire. Crypto is my guy. A little quick to respond, maybe, but I like it. So what did you think about crypto's entrance into
Here's what I thought about this, because in some ways there's a narrative arc and a developmental arc for crypto and Superman's relationship with him. Because the beginning...
And I'm sorry, I had to interrupt, but Superman has a cousin that owns the crypto. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm checking out now. I got to go.
That's Supergirl. That's his cousin Supergirl.
Cousin.
Yes.
I didn't get those comic books.
She's canon. She's canon.
No, she's there. But the word cousin threw me off a little bit. I don't know what the...
I think in the comic book she was sent first, and she was sent after him, and somehow got caught in something. So Superman arrived first.